A father went to say goodnight to his 7-year-old son, knowing, the way parents know these things, that if he didn't, the boy wouldn't sleep. It was their routine. Every night, without fail. The hallway light stayed off. Only the small lamp on the dresser glowed, throwing long shadows across the walls of the child's room. The air smelled faintly of soap and old wood. Quiet. Too quiet. His son lay beneath a blanket, pulled up to his chin. At first glance, everything seemed normal, but then the father noticed the smile. It stretched too wide, from ear to ear, not playful, not sleepy, just fixed. "You okay, buddy?" the father asked, trying to keep his voice light. The boy nodded slowly, never blinking. "Daddy," he said softly, "check for monsters under my bed." The father chuckled. He'd done this 100 times. Monsters were a phase, a harmless one. "All right," he said, already kneeling. "Just this once." As he lowered himself to the floor, the room seemed to grow colder. The hum of the house, pipes, distant wind, felt suddenly muted, as if something were listening. He leaned forward, looked beneath the bed, and froze. Curled against the wall, eyes wide and glassy with terror, was his son, his real son. The boy's lips trembled as he whispered, barely breathing the words, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." The father's heart slammed so hard it stole the air from his lungs. He didn't scream, he didn't move. Slowly, agonizingly, he lifted his eyes. The thing on the bed was still smiling. The father stayed perfectly still. Under the bed, his son shook silently, small fingers digging into the carpet as if holding on to reality itself. "Daddy?" the thing on the bed asked. Its voice was right, perfect, his son's voice, but its eyes never blinked. The father swallowed. His mouth felt dry, like he'd swallowed dust. "Stay quiet," he whispered to the child beneath the bed. The thing tilted its head. "Daddy," it said again, softer this time. "Why are you down there?" The father forced himself to stand. Every instinct screamed not to turn his back, not to blink. He backed away slowly, keeping his eyes on the thing. Its grin widened just a fraction, enough to hurt to look at. I forgot something," the father said. His voice didn't sound like his own. "Oh," the thing replied. Its feet slid off the bed. They hit the floor without a sound. The lamp flickered. The room felt smaller now, closer. The father reached the door, his hands shaking as it wrapped around the knob. Behind him, the thing whispered, "You didn't check everywhere." The father yanked the door open and slammed it shut, locking it from the outside. Inside, something laughed. Not a child's laugh. Something older. Something patient. The father ran. He grabbed his phone, hands trembling as he called the police, his voice breaking as he explained. Someone in his house. Something wearing his son's face. When the police arrived minutes later, the house was silent. They broke down the bedroom door. The bed was empty. No monster. No double. Just one boy sitting on the floor, wrapped in a blanket, crying into his knees. They found no sign of an intruder, no forced entry, no explanation. That night, the father let his son sleep in his bed. He stayed awake until dawn, because every time the house creaked, every time the wind moved the curtains, he remembered the smile and the thing's final words whispered from the dark. "Next time, don't look away."